discuss the life of a lawsuit. My name's Christopher Pratt, and I'm a trial lawyer from Anderson, South Carolina. The life of a lawsuit involves several phases. Initially, there's something called a summons and complaint, which begins the lawsuit and puts the defendant or other side on notice of certain claims and allegations made against them. From that point, the defendant has 30 days to file an answer and potentially a counterclaim. Once the initial pleadings or paperwork is filed with the court, begins the second phase of a lawsuit, which is what we lawyers call the discovery phase. Discovery is merely an instrument that is set forth by the court in which both sides learn about the other side's case. That can be done through depositions, which are sworn testimony under oath, but they're not done in a courtroom. They're taken in a conference room like the one we're sitting in now. Or they can be done through what are called interrogatories, which are basically written questions that are exchanged between the parties. Lastly, there are documents which are exchanged between the parties, and the idea of this is there's no such thing as trial by ambush in the circuit courts of South Carolina. In any event, the second phase of a lawsuit is the discovery phase. The third phase is what we call the mediation phase. Mediation is an opportunity between the parties to potentially settle their differences or resolve the dispute. This is done usually by selecting a neutral party with great experience who understands the lawsuit to come in, see if they can bring the sides together and forge a resolution. If they can, the case ends right there that day at mediation with a settlement. If they cannot, the case goes to what I call the last phase of the life of a lawsuit, which is the trial phase. This requires both attorneys to expend an enormous amount of time in preparing for trial, preparing the clients and witnesses, and then ultimately going and either having a jury or a non-jury trial to resolve your differences. In any event, the life of a lawsuit can take anywhere from 8 months to 4 to 5 years in some circumstances in more complex cases. If you have more questions about the life of a lawsuit or have a legal matter which we can assist you with, don't hesitate to call us at 864-226-7222, or you can catch up with us on the web at www.tnplegal.com.